In 2016, there was a study published in the journal called Science. And again, more recently, there was a new peer-reviewed study. And they both showed that by actively listening to a political opponent's concerns, that's finding common humanity and essentially giving grace, it was possible to change minds and reduce bigotry. The research shows that if you want to change someone's mind, you need to have patience with them. You need to ask them to reflect on their life, and you need to listen. It's not about calling people out or labeling them a racist or a bigot. So this technique is called deep canvassing. And obviously we're not canvassers, but the techniques still apply to our context too. So in 2016, these two US scientists showed that, remarkably, just one 10-minute conversation, which was led by empathy and active listening, you could reduce prejudice for at least 3 months. And in this instance, they were looking at prejudice towards transgender people, but the tools that they used would also work with refugee rights. So the study showed that the best way to respond to bigotry was to first listen non-judgmentally. Then to ask if the person knows anyone in the affected community. If they don't, and even if they do, they're then asked a question like, when was a time when someone showed you compassion when you really needed it? This question is to get them to reflect on their own experiences of when they might have felt something similar to the people in the marginalized community. It's also effective to share our own stories about being an immigrant, about seeking sanctuary, about being a member of the LGBT community, or just knowing people who are. So this technique offers us a way of dealing with people in our lives who hold prejudicial views about people seeking sanctuary or about anything else. So that's refreshing and useful. And you can find more about this technique and the source material in the handbook. So do please look it up because it is fascinating.